o'clock, basically what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to start Death Knight in small 12, I believe. Start walling off small 5 for that expansion. If you notice, I do have some scout units up there, and there you go. You see him. He's starting to attack. So that's what building those farms up close to middle are for. Basically, anytime he attacks, I know about it, and I'm ready to lust up before he actually gets there. And he has more ogres than me in that war, and I noticed that he's starting to send those ogres to small 9, so I close off small 9 real fast so that he doesn't get to my peons. Relust my ogres up, and I can cancel those. Save a little bit of resources for right now. I'm sitting at 13,000 gold right now, and that is way too much for this point in the game. And I should not be getting much over 10,000 gold, if that. And my wood needs to be higher. So I take all those peons that are just sitting there doing nothing, and I put them on wood, and that's going to help me out a little bit. I pre-lust, get all my ogres lusted up, and I send them up to 2 o'clock and find out what we're doing up there. So I got a Death Knight too. Try sending that up towards small 12, and I'm going to try to start Death Knight and some of his peons over here. I just keep getting higher and higher on gold. That means that I'm not managing my resources very well. With that much gold and now I'm doing pretty good on wood, I could be pumping out a lot more ogres right now. And if I took advantage of this time right now and started building some more barracks, I would have had the game, and it would have never gone on as long as it did. But I didn't do what I should have, and I let him get too big, and eventually he did end up beating me. It turned into a kind of long game. But see, I'm sitting over, or I was just sitting over 20,000 gold. You should never be getting that high in resources in a game. You wanna spend money as fast as you're making it at this point in the game. Pretty much all the game. Start making another Death Knight, and that's another thing I did bad in this game. I had a bunch of Death Knights, and I wasn't really doing a whole lot with them. I took care of a few things with them, but I could have done a lot more with those Death Knights. I never upgraded haste. And if just upgrading haste, I could have sent the Death Knight into 2 o'clock and took out a bunch of his peons at this point in the game. Guys, that would have helped me out a lot. And I'm not sending the ogres over as fast as I need to. Get a lot of ogres built up. He's got the same problem though. You'll see that he'll hit me with a wave of like close to 18 ogres. Yeah, see, he's got about 18 ogres right there, and I did a poor job of grouping all my ogres together, so he definitely has the advantage right there. He took out a lot of them. I lust up. Thank God I got him to where he didn't have any lust, so that helped me out a little bit. And I get ready to re-wall that off because I think that he's going to come in there, but I took him out. So I send this Death Knight over here, and I'm going to start Death and Decay in 3 o'clock. And now you will see why I got these towers over here at 8 o'clock. He sends some ogres over there, and they just kind of help out, start taking some of them ogres out. But it's not enough, so I did send a bunch of ogres over there as well of my own. Send this Death Knight over here. I'm going to try to start Death and Decaying 2 o'clock, and that's where haste would have came in handy. But he's got an ogre over there patrolling, which is what he should have done. He's doing the right thing there, and it killed my Death Knight. That if I would have been successful on that Death Knight attack right there, that would have probably changed the game quite a bit. Look at how much gold I got right now. I'm still sitting way over 20,000 gold, and doing just about right on wood. Probably don't even need that much wood, but it basically means I'm just not building enough and not building fast enough. I could be pumping probably 3 more barracks right now, and build nothing but ogres and not even worrying about expansions anymore, because I got 8 o'clock up. I got small 9 just popped actually. I got small 5, and I got 5 o'clock. All he's working with is small 3. I already death knighted that. Small 12, and I've death knighted that once or twice. And 2 o'clock. I definitely have an advantage as far as expansions go, because he hasn't really done anything to take out any my expansions yet. So at this point in the game, if I just built like 3 more barracks and started pumping out 9 ogres at a time and just sending wave after wave, I probably could have had that, and that was where I messed up. I was not aggressive enough in this game. Sent the Death Knight up there, small 12, Death Knight 3 o'clock again. So I know that right now the only really good gold mine that he has is 2 o'clock, and I'm sure he's pumping it pretty hard. But I know that I'm getting a lot more gold than him at this point in the game, and I did not take advantage of it. And I'm just letting ogres sit around too, making a lot of ogres and not sending them fast enough. And I'm not putting them in the right spot either. I got pretty poor unit control right now. And here it comes with the wave of ogres. Lust mine up. And he definitely had better unit control on that attack right there. Right there. The smart thing for me would have been to do was just pull all my ogres back, re-lust them closer to my base, so that hopefully by the time I got back there, he ran out of lust, and I would have saved quite a few ogres. But I just left them there like an idiot. Small 9 is blown, so I'm going to send them up here, up along this tree line, start chopping into 9 o'clock. If you notice, and this is about the time and the point in the game that I noticed it, up here at 11 o'clock, I had a grunt scouting back and forth. That grunt's dead now, which means there's a good chance that he's getting ready to expand up there. Alright, so he knows about small 5, and he knows about 5 o'clock too. And when he did that, I probably should have sent a group of ogres up in this area right here so that if he decided to come attack 5 or small 5, I just would have had a group of ogres right there ready to protect it. But I didn't, so he did come through and he did take out 5 o'clock. And now I'm starting to hurt on farms, which is not a good thing. See, now he's sending a bunch of ogres to 5 o'clock, and he took out 5 o'clock, and I pretty much didn't do anything about it. So that was my fault. I messed up there, and that was a big deal in the game. Take all these ogres right here, and I send them over to 2 o'clock. Try to start taking out some of his gold, but there's nothing there except for peons now. And I got some of his peons, but not that many. Take these ogres right here, and I start taking out some of the ogres that he killed my base with. And now I'm starting to get kind of low on gold, so I didn't do a good job of keeping up many expansions. And this is pretty much where I start losing it in the game. I get way too low on gold, and he takes the lead after this. Now he's starting to pull 11 o'clock, sending some peons over there, some ogres over there to protect it. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to send these 9 ogres, and I'm going to bring them up to 11 o'clock. Try to take out that expansion. But some of them got stuck. Horrible unit control on my part. Close off small 9 so that he can't send those ogres through there. bust them up, try to get inside 11 o'clock. And I got a lot of death, and